Good morning everyone. Welcome. So 5 o'clock. So time to get started. Today is day 71. Time flies. Right? Okay, so um, we'll talk about the morning routine, and before that, I would also like to talk about one question which I'm getting fairly often. So, as I've told you, we have started a learning group to help people learn, especially these days online. There's so much of online study material available. There are lots of programs. So there are phenomenal opportunities to learn new stuff, but most people are not able to because we lack discipline. We don't have a schedule. There's no commitment. There's no one to make us set on a track. Right. So that is what we do. And one of the questions which came up was that very interestingly, people said that some of them said that they are not able to focus even for 25 minutes, which might be somewhat surprising, but it's not really if you think about how we have been how our digital habits have been shaping up over the last couple of years. I can speak for myself, and I believe it's true for most people. The amount of time we spend online on the smartphones has is like really gone up. More importantly, it's not just the amount of time. The We are not able to devote a stretch of time to any given task. People, if you're not cautious, if you're not careful, all the time people are constantly checking smartphones in the middle of the work, in the middle of studies, in the middle of everything. You go to, sometimes I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing even if you go to a church or a temple, even in the midst of prayers, I'm pretty sure some people will check the smartphone, right? So our ability to focus has gone down. And one question two, three people asked me is, they're not able to focus even for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Like every 5 minutes, um, they feel like they want to do something, and they feel like just whenever they get bored, whenever they sort of get distracted, they'll open the smartphone and check WhatsApp or do something. So the question is, how do we change that habit? Because ultimately, the whole whatever we can do in life, right, all our ability to create, to do stuff, comes from one single ability, which is our ability to focus on something and get something done. And if we are not able to, if somebody is not able to focus for even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then that person will not be able to achieve any of their goals, right? So the answer to this question is, how do we build focus? Is that, so whenever you have, let's say if you're studying or you're working or doing something and you feel like checking the smartphone, first thing is realize why it is happening. It is happening because when you're doing that thing, you're finding it a little, it's a sometimes a little unpleasant, a little uncomfortable. So it creates we don't realize, but creates some amount of discomfort inside us, and we are looking for some escape. We just want some escape from this reality into something nice. And that escape, 95% of the time, that escape is a smartphone. Other 5%, maybe you might just go to the fridge and take something and eat. We are not eating again, not because we're hungry. We just want an escape from that situation. So these are the things. And the way to overcome, if somebody has that problem, or even if you don't have the problem, once in a while this happens to everyone, right? So when that happens, what you should do is use our meditation technique, right? So in meditation, what do we do is we are focusing on the breath, and when our mind wanders, what do we do? First, we don't try to suppress it, or we don't try to say, remove it forcefully. We just acknowledge, okay, so I have this thought about this particular, I'm thinking about this. And then you have to just let it go, and you come back to your breath. So similarly here also, whenever you get distracted from studies or whatever you're working on in a focused manner, don't get up and start walking away. Don't go and check your smartphone. Stay right there, right? Close your eyes, right? And close your eyes for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Just breathe normally, right? And whatever thought has come, whatever desire was there, just you let it go. Just feel, okay, I'm feeling like checking WhatsApp, but I'm not going to do that. Let me just sit in, uh, do some deep breathing for a few minutes, and then come back and try again. Again, you feel distracted. Again, realize, okay, I'm getting distracted, and just close your eyes again. Focus on your breath for another 1 or 2 minutes. Again, come back. And gradually what will happen is then you will start increasing the duration for which you're able to focus. And over time you'll be able um, to study for 15 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. And in a matter of weeks, you can change all of this, right? So it's all within our hands. So this is something that I wanted to emphasize. So yeah, so that's a tip. And the parallel is in meditation. So let's go back to our morning routine. So today we are going to talk about a morning routine. Now, for those of you who are new, I'll just repeat the routine. So we are going to do meditation and workout. And by the way, just a reminder, on 14th of June, so which is almost, today is 29th, almost 2 weeks from now, to Friday. Yeah. So sort of 2 Sundays from now, we are going to have a run. Okay, so I want to encourage everybody to make fitness a priority, and we are going to. Um, there are three options. You can choose to run 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers or 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers is like 10 miles. Okay, so you can pick the distance and start preparing, and it's just an informal. It's a fun event. We'll do it together. I would like to know what if you want to participate, please do that. It'll be nice, right? So I'm planning to run 16 kilometers, so doing a little bit of warm up prep, etc. for that. And yeah, so now coming back to our morning routine, so meditation. We do what is known as mindfulness meditation, which comes from different traditions, including from the Buddhist tradition. And it's a very simple idea. Just sit somewhere comfortably, sit on a chair, or wherever you're sitting right now, it's perfectly fine. Just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, right? So breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and do it a couple of times, a little forcefully, right? Breathe in, breathe out, right? Do it forcefully a couple of times, and that will calm you down. Close your eyes and keep your eyes closed, and then let the breathing become normal, and then just focus on the sensation of the breath, right? So from the beginning to end, follow the breath. The air goes inside, and the breath comes out. Just observe how it feels, and you can focus on, let's say, how the stomach rises or falls, or you can focus on how it feels when it enters your nostrils. So depending on which sensation you want to attach yourself to. So just focus on that sensation. And every time air goes in, you can say in, comes out, you can say out, in, out, in your mind silently. So that your mind remains anchored to something. And and when your mind gets distracted, in between your mind will suddenly jump here, it'll jump there, it'll start wandering. When that happens, um, acknowledge, right? So realize that, okay, my mind has wandered. Oh, I'm thinking about this. I have a thought, or I'm feeling angry about something. So some thought, some emotion comes. Realize, acknowledge. Okay, I'm thinking about this, and then let that thought go. Imagine that the thought is now it's gone. Bring your attention back to the breath. So you have to constantly practice this. And this is the practice of meditation. And yeah, let's do it for about 10-15 minutes. If you can do for 25-30 minutes, that's phenomenal. And physical workout, we are not giving any routine, but if you guys want us to share some routines, or you want to like do some group activities, let us know. We can try those as well. Minimum half an hour of workout. You can go up to an hour. And workout should be intensive, right? It should push your heart rate. You should be sweating. And we want you to, over time, I suggest you push yourself and push the limit of your endurance and your strength. So if you're doing, let us say, 10 push-ups right now, in 2 months' time, you should gradually try to increase it, maybe every 1 week, 2 weeks, and so on. Of course, your body has to be able to, absorb that, but push yourself, and that pushing yourself in one area. So like when you push yourself, when you're running or doing physical workout, any of those things, it also gives you the confidence that you can push yourself against pain, against discomfort. And when you're doing some other things, when you're studying, learning, reading, working on some problem in your job, when you have those situations where you need to push yourself, you will know that, look, hey, I have done that. I've done that in some other area. So it will give you the confidence to push yourself harder even in that, right? So our behavior is consistent. Whatever we do in one domain of life, right, it'll tend to reflect in everything else. So in whatever we do, we bring in a different person to there. Bring in a person who's determined, who doesn't give up at the first symptom of pain, who surrender doesn't surrender quickly, right? If that is how we start acting in everything we do, in a matter of weeks and months, we will become a different person. And that is what we want to do. Our goal is ultimately to change our fundamental mindset about who we are, and that is what should drive us every single day. Without that, there is no without changing mindset, there is no way you would all be waking up and coming here at 5 o'clock. The challenge is, we need to make it core part of personality, so that we do it every single day. It should not be like, oh, today it's like I'll somehow do it one day, and then after that, you fall flat. No, it is something that we do every single day, and that is what will give us. I believe that is what will give us satisfaction, joy, happiness in life, and it'll give us a sense of control. I think we can be better human beings with that. Right? So that's what this morning routine is about. So let me just now say hello to everybody who's here on the chat panel: Sagar, Chinna Venkat, Kripa, Shreyas, Prashant, Kurma, Sharat, Rahul, Sebin, Nilakhi, Vishnu, Rakesh, Nikhil, Shashi, Austin, Kaustubh, Sachin, Srishti, Eddie family, Mayank, Shivam, Ankit, Seven again, Jigar, Hiresh, Shubham, Vineet, Ritik, Nikhil. So good morning, guys. Welcome to those of you who have not put your name here. I have one question for you guys also. I mean, um, can you? I would love to hear from you. How are you finding it? Is it challenging getting up early every day? Is it challenging following the routine? What is the change it has brought in you? I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your experience. You can share it now. Later on, you can make maybe a short video and share it on WhatsApp with us, or you can just send a message on the group, whichever. So there is a WhatsApp group that many of you are part of, so you can share it there. But I would love to hear from you what your experience is. Let's see if there are any questions. One question, Sebin Tom. How should we improve our productivity in studies? Okay, so I'll just answer this question quickly. It's a very, very important question, because many of us are studying. Those of us today, even if you are in a job, remember, you are a student. I'm a student. You are a student. Everybody is a student, because there is the age is gone. When you just get a college degree and you get over. In fact, every week I have to. I'm not. I have to. I want to read new things. I want to learn new things. So it's an unending sort of process. So since it is studies are important, learning is important for everyone. Let's talk about that. How to improve productivity in studies? So two things. Okay, one is focus. That's like big part of the answer. If we are so when we are reading, if you're not able to absorb something, if you're not just you, sometimes what happens, you have read like 20 pages, but if you ask like what was the page before this, I don't know, I read something, we didn't. So when that happens, stop. Okay, don't read unless you are able to absorb. So that's and what is the technique for that? So we are very fond of the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of focus study and 5 minutes break. 25 plus 5, 25 plus 5. If you want, you can make it longer, but 25 plus 5 is actually very good. We have found it to be extremely effective. Right? So those 25 minutes, you're not allowed to focus on, you're not allowed to think about anything else. You have to just do one thing. Right? That is one part of the answer. Second is the way you learn. Again, and this is too short a time for me to teach you that, but we taught some techniques, in fact, in our learning groups 2, 3 days back. So the techniques are around, one is how do you take notes while studying, and second is the Feynman technique. Again, I'm sorry, right now I'll not be able to, I don't have time to explain both of them. It needs a little bit more time. But those two techniques, they sound simple. They are phenomenal. They're like so powerful. Uh, I think you combine these 2, 3 things, and it'll make your learning 2x, 3x better. Okay, so Shubham says, I feel very sleepy for 1 hour after waking up. So, yes, that's Shubham. So, that is understandable. It happens to all of us. Even I've been now today for me was day 71. I'm feeling fine, but at the same time, there is sometimes a little bit of grogginess, but that's not because so much because I woke up early because we're not able to sleep on time. So I think what I would suggest is try to switch off the light. This message for everyone. I'll also try to do that. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Switch off the light by 9:30, like positively, lights out, right? And relax for a few minutes, and then you'll fall asleep, hopefully in 15 minutes, and that'll give you like need 7 hours. You can do earlier, even better, right? So waking up early, guys, waking up early requires you to sleep early. If you're not sleeping early, waking up early is not going to happen. I can guarantee. You can do it for 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, but you can't do it forever. So you want to wake up early, which I think you should learn to sleep early. That's the key. Okay. Harish has a question preparing for CAT and because getting I'm able to get 6 hours before that too by Pomodoro sessions that will start. Fantastic, very good. Keep it up. One thing is once you found something, don't let it go, right? Grab onto it and make the best of it, right? Vinny says, help me be more productive and less procrastination, finding time and everything. Very good, Vinny. So very, very happy to hear that. Keep it up. Um, Shreyas, from last 2 days, I've been following routine and feeling elated by end of day. Some satisfaction with me. I've been running 4 kilometers. Very phenomenal. Very good. Family waking up without alarm. That's great. Look, the benefits are phenomenal, but like everything, this is hard. Right? Remember, on this in this program, we don't do easy stuff. We do things which actually work, which make a difference. We are not looking for some easy quackery or some random answers to questions. No, we want genuine stuff. We want stuff which is scientific, stuff which is effective, and you guys are seeing the benefit. Just don't let it go. Okay, a lot of people, we start something and then after a few days, we let it go. No, don't fight every day. Every day, come back and push back. Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for joining. And yeah, it's time to get started. So now let's go and do our meditation workout, and I'll see you tomorrow. What time? 5 o'clock. Thank you. Bye bye.